Okay, everything is in order. Here, wait, let me turn this up a little bit more. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Back to the normal podcast. Uh, your host, Toon Schulten, episode 3. Um, yeah, sorry. My audio was kind of fucking around, so I had to edit that shit. But anyways, so I kind of got everything back in order. We're recording. So this time, I'm not gonna do the list normally, like what I do. I write some things down because I want to talk to you about my wonderful weekend. Oh, and before I begin, I just want to let you guys know I have my window open next to me again. It's unnaturally hot in my room, so just it's gonna be open. There's gonna be fucking car noises, but you'll hear my voice, so it won't matter. But anyways, so this weekend I went to Carnival with my cousins, or well, with my cousin. I obviously visited my family, saw my other cousin, so was my aunt and uncle, uh, aunt and uncle for all you fucking grammar Nazis out there. By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Tom Beans, my fucking cousin. He's a fucking legend. I hope your toe still fucking hurts. Yeah, I know you're fucking listening to this. Also, Tom van Dyke. Um, I hope that girl stops being a bitch. But yeah. So, anyways, I uh, I went there Saturday morning. I arrived, uh, got there, hung out for a little bit, and then let me explain what Carnival is for people who don't know. So in the southern part of the Netherlands, you basically have this weekend where people just dress up in like really white people clothes, like just like they just dress up and like the older people they just put on like a fucking scarf, and the younger people they dress up. I mean, older people still dress up, but it doesn't matter. Basically, people dress up and they get super shit faced for like pretty much a whole week. Well, as long as they can do it. So, and I went there last year and it was pretty fun. And because I live in the north of the Netherlands, so I wanted to do it again this year. So I went visited my cousin, and yeah, so got there Saturday. Uh, Kind of hung out, just talked. I mean, yeah, kind of talked. My confidence in my Dutch isn't at the top percentage that it could be, but doesn't matter. So yeah, so we started watching football. We started drinking, and so it was me, my cousin, and my uncle, and I was like drinking like a lot of beers, like already just fucking. I was drinking them way faster than I should have. Then my cousin's friend, he comes in, uh, and I'm at this point I'm not like I don't really I feel tipsy, but I did drink a lot. And so we were basically going to go to this tent because that's what people do. They go to these big tents where there's a bunch of music that's shitty. Yes, fucking the the Dutch carnival music is so bad. Like it's not bad in the sense that I don't like it. I mean, it's just like it's not you can't listen to the music when you're not drinking. Like you have to drink in order to listen to this music. So fuck, where was I? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're sitting now, we're watching football. I'm drinking a lot of fucking beer. So this night's already gonna go wrong. We get on our bikes and we head there. Now, I it takes me 3 hours by train to travel there. So, and I've only been there like a couple of times. So like I don't know the city, especially because we're leaving at nighttime. So I'm like completely fucked. Well, I'm fucked, but for a reason that you'll find out later. Also, it's mainly my drunk ass fault, but it doesn't matter. So I so we cycle. It takes about 25 minutes to get there, which honestly is a pretty fucking long time. And yeah, so we get there, we stand in line, like we chat a little bit. We're talking about like Dutch football because Me and my cousin's football team fucking sucks asshole, even though they somehow won 4-1, though they shouldn't have fucking won because they're trash, but it doesn't matter. So we're talking, we get inside, and so what you have to basically buy these coins. Like, you can't just buy beer because there's just way too many people. So what they have this kind of system where you walk in, you buy some, uh, you buy like chips, and then these chips, like one chip is one beer. So I buy eight. Uh, my cousin and his friend also buy eight. So then we're walking around trying to find my cousin's girlfriend, who's like all the way in the corner with like a bunch of other people that they know. So, and I'm fucking chugging these beers. Like, I was already chugging the beers at home, but at this point I was like, I was ready for this, right? Like, I was ready to fucking do Dutch Carnival. So I'm like, I'm going all in. I don't care. So we get one round of beer. Quickly chug that. Okay, next round. Okay, next round. Quickly chug my beer. I'm just chugging my beer. Now, at this point, I'm enjoying myself. Like, right? Like, the music's going. Like, I kind of remember some of the songs from like the last year I went, and it was great. So we're just fucking, we're having a blast. Like, we're just getting absolutely shit faced. So we're dancing, or trying to talk to people because we're literally standing right next to the speaker, so I can't hear shit. Continuously dance. And then at one point, I was like, guys, I'm gonna go home. And honestly, I don't know why I wanted to, like, I don't remember why I wanted to go home. I just knew that I wanted to go home. And I wasn't like sick or anything. Like, I was just really drunk. And I told my cousin, I'm like, I'm leaving. And like, he asked me, he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not like, I don't feel like shit. I just want to go. So he's like, all right, mate, go ahead. So I'm, and I am so fucking plastered. Like, nothing's spinning, but everything is just blurry. So I walk outside, I get on my bike, I start cycling. Now, this is a 25-minute bike ride back, right? And uh, this is where 25-minute bike ride back. First 20 minutes, I know the way. It's just straight. You literally just cycle straight for 20 minutes. And I'm drunk as shit, so I don't have to think. I'm just going. Then I get closer to where my cousin lives, as it's more like towards the city. Now at this point, I don't know how to get back. Like, all this, I'm drunk as shit. I can't remember the specific way. I just know that I'm like maybe 5 minutes away from the house. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check Google Maps, right? Because I told my cousin, I'm like, just like, it's fine. I'll just use Google Maps to get back. Go to check my pocket, and I don't have my phone, and I don't have my wallet. I don't have either of these things. So at this point, I'm like, shit. I am fucked. I am so fucked. Like in my head, I'm like thinking, oh, this is not great. Like, I'm just not, like, honestly, I had no reaction to it. I was so drunk. I was just like, oh shit, my phone and my wallet are gone. That's not good. So I'm like, shit. How do I get home? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna start cycling. So I just start cycling. I just go. I just start cycling. And I have no idea where I'm going. Like, I'm just cycling around, and literally this is like for 40 minutes. Like, I'm just cycling around. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should ask people, because there's like a bunch of people cycling past me, and they're all fucking drunk. And I yeah, I went to Ols. Right, this is where my cousin lives. Next thing you know, I'll be dropping his address. I don't know his address. That's also why I couldn't get home. So I'm like asking these people, like, where is us? I get the response, yeah, mate, you are in us. And I asked this question to three different people because I was so drunk. I was just, I was just, I couldn't speak. Like and I couldn't think of how I need to say it, especially because I was speaking to them in Dutch. So I'm like, I didn't want to ask, like, how do I get to my cousin's place? Like, the people that I'm asking obviously don't know where he lives. So I'm just like, am I in Os? And then they're like, where, where's Os? Where's Os? Yeah, mate, you're in Os. So it's like, what a fucking dumbass I am. So I'm like, shit, I really don't know how the fuck, this is, I'm just gonna pass out like in the middle of the street or something. So I'm like, okay, don't give up yet. Just cycle. You'll find your way home. So this is what I do. I just continuously cycle, and I cycle for about 30 more minutes. And I don't know how this happened, but I'm cycling, and all of a sudden I see this police car, like just parked on the side of the road. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get off my bike. I'm gonna walk up to the police car, and I'm gonna see if there's anyone inside. So I do this. Walk up to the police car. There's just these two like women police officers just sitting in the car. And mind you, this I'm like dressed up. Like I have like this purple blouse on with a fucking with glasses. I have a tie, a bow tie, and I'm shit plastered. Like shit plastered. I can barely speak, let alone in Dutch. And I'm like, yeah, guys, I don't know where I have to go. And then they're like, where do you live? Oh, I live in Leeuwarden, which is like 3 hours away by train. So they're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And then they're like, yeah, do you live in Leeuwarden? I'm like, no, I'm staying here, like at my cousin's. And they're like, oh, okay, what's the name of your cousin? I just gave him a shout out earlier. Tom Berensen. His name's Tom Berensen. And yo, I did not know this, but apparently in the Netherlands, like police officers have an app with all like the people's names and all their addresses. So they're like, okay, give us a sec, we'll look it up. So they're looking it up. They're like, oh, do you have another name? Erik Berensen, which is my uncle. I'm like, that's my uncle. So they're like, oh, okay, we got it. So this whole time, this takes about 15 minutes. Like I'm just summarizing it, but I'm just dry. I'm like, I barely can't, I can't speak. And this police officer just looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy on? He's so retarded. So so her partner is sitting like, yeah, sitting next to her. She's like looking up on her phone. She is like taking the instructions down off of her partner, so she's like writing down how to get back. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, this is cool. So I walk back to my bike and I try to look at the paper, and it's just a blur. Like I can't see anything. But they told me just cycle in that direction and you should be good. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'll do. I didn't even look at, like I didn't even try to understand the paper. I just cycled the direction they told me. And at this point I'd also fallen off my bike like 5 times. Like my body, like I didn't feel anything because I was drunk as shit. So I'm like for like 5 or 10 minutes, I'm just cycling the direction that they're telling me to go. And at this point, I get to like the city center, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I know where I am. I fall off my bike, and this point, I'm just like, and like I fell off my bike, and the first 5 times I had no problem with it. It was kind of just like, man, this really sucks. I don't know how to get home. My phone is lost. My wallet is lost. I am so utterly fucked. So So I fall over near the city center, and these two guys, they walk up to me. They're like, "Oh, mate, are you good?" And I'm just like drunkenly like getting up. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm fine. Just how do I get home?" They're like, "All right, where do you live?" I give them the piece of paper. I'm like, "Here, look it up." They're like, "All right, we're gonna check Google Maps." They're like, "Go that direction, second stoplight, turn left, cycle a little bit further, go left again, and you should be home." I'm like, "All right, I'll do that." So I do that. I'm cycling back. I get home and I see like all these figures like walking around the house, and I'd been gone for like a good hour or two at this point. I knew that like that was what I was thinking when I got back in the driveway. And in the driveway they have like this bench, so I'm like, you know what? I'm home. I still have my cigarettes. I'm gonna light a cigarette. So I just sit on the bench, light a cigarette. At this point, my aunt, she sees me, so she walks outside. She's like, and now you get inside. And like she is pissed. And it's like I don't know, like I'm not sure what it is about that family, bro, but when they look pissed, like they look pissed like someone punched their baby. Like my two cousins, my uncle and my aunt, like like their eyebrows are just so expressive. Like if you look at them, you know exactly what's going on. So she's just fucking mad, like just fucking mad. So I'm like, yeah, just in a sec, just in a sec, just in a sec. So she goes back inside. I just sit there. I'm like, okay, you're gonna walk back in there. You're gonna have to deal with the situation. Just don't act like an idiot. I walk back inside. My uncle he's just furious. He's like, where have you been? My aunt's like, this is ridiculous. Like we were so worried about you, and I'm like, I I was lost. I lost my phone and my wallet because they had been like calling me. Like my cousin had called me like I don't know like 8 times or something like that. So like we were so worried, and my cousin's girlfriend, she's like upset. Like I walk upstairs and I see her like upset. And my cousin at this point, he was just pissed because his dad, my uncle, was just pissed at him. So he was pissed because he was like, I can't do anything. So and my uncle was mad at my cousin's girlfriend. So she starts crying, but I didn't know this. My self-centered drunk ass was just like, "Oh no, she thinks it's her fault." I don't know why I thought that. I just thought that. So I was like, "Oh no, you don't have to cry. Like it's my fault, and so I don't have to cry." And my uncle was just pissed. He's like, "Go to bed." I'm like, "No, this is ridiculous. I'm never coming back here. This is the stupidest idea ever." Like just completely talking out of my ass. Like, because I had like, yo, when my uncle gets pissed, like seriously, his eye, like he just, whoo, you feel it. Like I was just like, fuck, he is mad. He is really, really mad. So he's just like, go to bed, go to bed. And I just kept on trying to argue with him. And then at a certain point, I realized, like, dude, you can barely speak. Like, your lower jaw can barely move up and down. So I just go to bed, wake up, drunk as shit. I'm like, oh. Like, for the first 3 minutes, I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, oh, fuck me. Last night was terrible. So I walked downstairs. My aunt's in the living room. She's like, "Oh, it was a great night last night." I was like, "Yeah, it was fucking amazing." So she's like, "So, what exactly happened?" Because, yeah, they were also like didn't really know what was going on. So I'm like, "Yeah, I lost my phone and my wallet. That's why I couldn't get back home. I couldn't contact any of you guys." So like, "Oh, okay." So then I'm like, I should probably look for where my phone is. So I like do the iPhone finder, but like it doesn't. I forgot the password in the email for like iCloud, so I text my dad like, "Hey, what is it?" He texts me, but and I also asked my mom. My mom just sends me a photo of it. I'm like, oh shit, okay, the phone is still alive. My aunt's like, that's at the tent you were last night. So I'm like, oh, great. So, yeah, I'm just like trying to get my shit in order, block my bank account. My uncle wakes up. He's like talking like I have the same discussion again. He's like, yeah, I guess the only thing we can do now is try to go get your phone. So we get in the car. He drives me back to the tent, and um, there's like this grass kind of like field outside of the tent, and there's still like everything's still kind of set up. Like there's a bunch of bikes everywhere, and there's like people cleaning up and shit like that. And so, um, we like start asking the people there. They're like, "Hey, did you guys find a phone?" And this guy just pulls up in a tractor. Like he just pulls up in a tractor. He's like, "Oh, you guys are looking for a iPhone, black black iPhone?" We're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, that's the phone we're looking for." He's like, yeah, there was someone trying to contact you, mum." And me and my uncle, we look at each other. We're like, what is this guy on about? And then my uncle goes, "Oh, mom. Oh, you mean mom? Yeah. He's out of America." And then the guy goes, "Oh." I was like, I didn't understand that that was the like that's how you say it in English or in like America. So I was like, "Who is mum? Who's mum?" And he just kept on saying that over and over. Like this guy was such a fucking character. It was hilarious. So then he like shows us, walks us back, and uh, he walks us into the tent. He's like, "Yeah, I just handed them my phone or your phone here." And then we continue talking for a little bit because the guy has to go get it. And then the guy leans over to me. He's like, "You know what? You are one lucky bastard." And I'm at this point, I'm just like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, 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 oh fuck, I'm such a lucky fucking bastard." Like, there's fucking taking a piss. The whole fucking thing was a terrible situation. So yeah, that was my fucking weekend. It was great. So I lost my, and we didn't fucking find my wallet. That shit was gone. So yeah, and then Sunday I didn't go out. Saturday or Monday I went out because I was supposed to have school Monday, but I was like, I'm here to celebrate Carnival. Like, I'm not just gonna fucking leave after one shitty day. So I'm like, we're going out again. So we start drinking at 3. It's going good, and like we're just continuously drinking. I'm meeting all like these people like and like most of them I'd already met before, but I the only time I met them was like last year when I was drunk. So like most of the people I didn't really remember. Like some of them like I just like they stood out to me, so like I knew. But some of them they're like, "Yeah, I met you last year." And I was like, "Oh fuck." There's this one funny guy. So like he was dressed up in like a nun costume, and I wasn't sure if he was like drunk, but he was just like really talkative. So my cousin, he just tells all of his friends this fucking story. Literally, all I hear from all these people is, "Yeah, what a fucking idiot." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. I know, great." But this guy dressed in a nun, right? Yeah, I know for a fact or at least I'm pretty sure I didn't meet this guy. This guy just talks to me as if he had known me for like 10 years. It was great, but I didn't know his name. So then after like 40 minutes of us like hanging out, he finally goes, "Oh, by the way, I didn't introduce myself." Shakes my head. And, oh, that guy was so fucking hilarious. Dude, he even like at one point we were in a bar and he just leans over to me. He's like, "Hey, do you have PlayStation?" I'm like, "No, I don't." He goes, "Oh, never mind then." Yeah, so I drank. It was pretty fucking fun. Uh, and then like we had started at 3, and I had to catch a train like the next morning, which was today. Today's I arrived back home today. So I was like, oh. I need to like relax. And yeah, so eventually some of my cousin's friends are like, yeah, we're gonna go get some food. We go get some food. I'm like eating the food, and at a certain point, one of my one of the guys that I was with, he hands me some like knoflook sauce, which is knoflook is garlic. Yeah, garlic. Is that the translation? Yeah, garlic. Knoflook sauce. So which is pretty fucking good, by the way. So they hand this, and then I see this red bottle next to it, and I'm like, oh, that also must look good. I grab the bottle and I just squirt it all over my food. And at this point, I'm like, shit, it's hot sauce. So my drunk ass I'm like, bro, this is like half the food. Like, I'm not wasting this. Like, I'm hungry. I want to fucking eat this. And the first thought to myself was like, fuck me, my asshole's gonna hurt so bad in the morning. So I just eat the whole thing. And it's like I'm basically eating hot sauce soup with fries and chicken and cheese in it. Like, yeah. So that happened. Then at that point I went home because I had to catch the train. So it wasn't. I just like it was fun. Like the both the nights when I was drinking and out with the people, it was great. Like I really enjoyed myself. We were just like drinking, photos, music. It was all great. Dancing, meeting new people, talking to those new people. It was just it was just fucking end of the Saturday, dude. That was fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, yeah, I'm definitely coming back next year. I'm not sure if any of you people listening to this at the school, if you listen to this and you hear the story and you want to come next year, just let me know because honestly, it's so great. I imagine some of them have already done it, but if you haven't and you're listening, I would highly recommend going. Doesn't have to be with me, but I would just highly recommend that you go. It's great. It's a good ass time. Yeah, so you know, also another thing, so I was talking to a couple people and they said that they didn't want the podcast to be too long because my second one was 40 minutes and my first one was 30, and everyone kind of said that 30 minutes was a good time and 40 minutes was too long. So I'm gonna kind of cut these short. I might record like another half, and I might just make it part one and part two. I'll still have to decide that, but I'm gonna end the podcast like around here. But I just want to get a couple other things in. I also want to say, um, yo, honestly, a lot of people have been fucking listening to this shit. Like if I pull this shit up, like if I pull my statistics on fucking SoundCloud, right? I go last 30 days. 48 listens and 6 likes. Hey, top notch for 2 episodes. And like literally only people that I know listen to this. So it's like you guys are listening to a dumbass just talk about random shit in his life for fucking 30 minutes. Like there's I don't know why the fuck. Okay, I should say, I mean, please still listen, but I don't know why the fuck you're wasting your time listening to this shit. No, it's a good way to kill your time. You're welcome. You're welcome, by the way. But yeah. Also, I finally uploaded the shit to YouTube. So if you can't be fucking bothered with SoundCloud and you'd much rather listen to it on YouTube, I also have it uploaded on YouTube. I uploaded the first 2 episodes today. I'm gonna upload this and then I'm gonna upload this to SoundCloud and YouTube. So yeah. Also, share this. I'm not sure if you like this. If you do like this, if you like this, let me know. Like DM me or text me or message me or something like, "Hey, I enjoy your podcast." I kind of want to get a sense of also how many people like get to this point. Like I just kind of want to see. So if you listen to it and you enjoy it, message me. Also, if you do enjoy it, uh, share it with people. Like I think it'd be great to get some people listening to it that I don't know, start building a following or something like that. So it would be great if you enjoyed the podcast and shared it. So yeah. So I'm gonna end this. I'll probably do a second part, but I'll just upload this separately. So for now, part one done. Thank you for listening. If you want to go listen to this episode's literally just me talking about Dutch Carnival and Ulse and my dumbass, stupid, fucking drunk ass on a bike. So yeah, thanks for listening. Uh, Listen to part two if I make one. I will. I'm going to make one. Listen to that. If not, um, have a have a good day. For the rest, see ya.